Alright, what's up everybody? I think this is going to be a pretty fun video. I've made my thoughts on YieldMax pretty clear. I think it's a perfect trap for A, stupid people, or B, old people, or susceptible and vulnerable people in the first place. And I think on Monday you saw the start of a potential downturn for some of these investments, especially some of the people that are potentially taking out money to invest in them. Now unfortunately there's a lot of stupid and a lot of vulnerable people out in the world, so there's a lot of demand when it comes to making actual YieldMax content. And unfortunately if you watch some of the content, it's definitely not real man's content, you could say. You could just tell a lot of people are in it for the paycheck because obviously finance pays a lot better than some other niches in YouTube, and it's unfortunate. I think YouTube needs to prioritize actual creators that focus on quality content, not putting out 3 videos a day on the same bullshit topic. So in celebration of a margin call today, I'm going to be ranking some of the high yield dividend channels. These are submitted from my viewers, so I'll be sharing my honest, unfiltered thoughts on all these people. And just remember, these are words that I'm saying, not actual actions. I'm not leading a whole community of vulnerable people into these depreciating assets and taking out and using margin to invest. Let's get in the video though regardless.
The reason we know how to use margin because we know how to use margin. Because you don't know how to use margin. Bob is so buffoonery. And you are tight with friends, but you're not going to be tight with him until you actually poop next to each other. When you're pooping next to another man, you're pretty tight.
Hello, I like money.
Alright, we're starting off with We The Cum Shot. And We The Cum Shot, he's been on a generational run as of recently, and unfortunately I haven't had as much time personally to kind of keep up with it, but I'm getting back into the game now for sure. I actually really hope we go into a recession now, or the market goes down like 20 or 30%. I'm hoping for it. Not only that I can buy more stocks that I really like, but also that he goes bankrupt. Me and like 5 other YouTubers tried our best to help this guy, put him on a good path, maybe try to lessen the ego a little bit, but unfortunately, 5,000 subscribers to this guy is a generational amount of followers. His community is insanely cult-like. It's getting bad enough to the point where he's just cussing out people for asking simple questions. It's really unfortunate. At first I felt pity for him just because he's playing out stupid, and his viewers of course too. If you listen to any of the calls, you could clearly tell that there's some people with some intellectual disabilities, and this guy is encouraging them to continue investing in YieldMax. He likes to play it off like he has haters and that everybody's obsessed with him and whatever, and he apparently doesn't know my name and then says it like 4 times.
Gotcha moment for him, but YieldMax TV just crushed his soul.
What's it called? The cash clowns or what? I mean,
It's sad to see 5,000 followers get to this guy's head. It's really unfortunate. But at this point, I'm genuinely hoping for a 30% market crash. You saw what 2.5% did to him. Imagine 30%. It would just bring me so much joy inside. Next, we got Retire on Dividends, and I'm friendly with him. I just don't think the actual content is, my cup of tea, you could say. I don't necessarily agree with the kind of content that he puts out and the way that he puts it out. And I think even himself, I've heard, sometimes kind of questions it. So, I put him in C tier, but he's a nice guy, though, regardless. All right, next we got Uncle Cody, Citizen Year, Citizen of the Douchebag, whatever your little heart wants to call him, and of course he's going in S tier. I think he's by far probably one of the best YouTubers on here. Not primarily a high yield dividend channel as well, which I can kind of appreciate. Had him on the podcast last week. Very fun episode. I'd recommend you go check it out. But absolutely going S tier for me. Next we got the Sweaty Pumpkin at Live Off Dividends now / THB. I like his channel a lot. I think he does understand the risks. He's also been on the podcast as well a couple of times. Good guy. He definitely understands the risks associated with how they work. Just a little too much YieldMax for me almost to put him in the S tier. So unfortunately he's going in the A tier for me, but still a really good channel though regardless. Next we have a Burger King worker, which only means is of course Tactical Shoe Shiner. Now Tactical Shoe Shiner is somebody that is 49 years old. We don't know whether he's 60, 70. It's kind of a mystery. Nothing screams financial success like working at a Little League hot dog stand when you're 50 years old and crying to your 17-year-old co-worker about an 18-year-old who got your feelings hurt. Nothing screams success like that. Can't respect anybody that also makes a video crying after one bad experience they had on the internet. Very coincidentally close to monetization. So he belongs in F tier. Continue making my hot dogs, boy. Next we got Corey, Happy Camper with Dividends. I don't watch her stuff a whole lot. I still do think, though I've watched a few times, pretty well knowledgeable about the subject. Also a very nice woman, so I'll put her in B tier. She seems well informed enough and understands the risk. Next we got this guy, YieldMax Yield Surfer. And when you talk about people that are clearly kind of in it for the money and the high niche and the views and all that stuff that comes to making YieldMax content, this guy absolutely comes to the top of it. But if you listen to this guy talk for more than 10 seconds, he makes the shoe shiner sound like William Shakespeare. Claims you can be a millionaire off YieldMax, the revolutionary product, yeah, D tier. And lastly, we got Gen Z Investing. I don't know a whole lot about him either, but this was actually recommended by one of the viewers over on Discord. I mean, I watched a few of the videos. I wasn't like wowed or anything. Still kind of, your typical YieldMax content. I put him halfway between C and D tier. I don't think if you're in Gen Z, you should be even looking at these products, let alone investing in them and making videos about it. I mean, to each their own. I just hope he's not actually investing all in this, and his allocation is low relatively to where his wealth is. While some of the words that I said may have been a little mean today, let's not forget actions over words every single day of the week. I actually invest in index funds, actual businesses that produce cash flows, while some of these people aren't fully disclosing the risks involved with YieldMax products and leading stupid people, old people, people with disabilities, and vulnerable people into these products and actually viewing them as a viable investment that will appreciate. YieldMax products will not appreciate over time likely. NAV erosion is a very real thing, and if you're getting a recession or market downturn, you're screwed. Alright, thank you all for watching. Smash the like button, subscribe, do dividend stocks, not drugs. Have a good one.